Good evening, Parkland School District Board of School Directors. On behalf of the students and staff of Parkland High School, thank you for all of your incredible support throughout this unprecedented time. When we opened this year, our teachers were faced with the very unique circumstance of instructing students in a variety of methods, including remote, hybrid, or fully online. As you can imagine, this presented numerous obstacles in how students interacted with one another, how the teachers interacted with the students, and how the teachers were able to monitor and assess student work. The whole social dynamic of the classroom was completely and utterly different for a variety of reasons. The support provided by our school district and by our board provided our staff with a multitude of cutting-edge technology tools and programs which has allowed our teachers to do virtually anything. Today we will feature several staff members who utilize these tools and programs to create amazing discussions, collaborative projects, and assessments with their students, whether in class or virtual.
In December, the Parkland High School Chorale debuted their 2020 winter concert, this year as an online concert streamed for the community on the Parkland TV and Film YouTube channel. The chorale had a truncated season this year, only beginning rehearsals in early November. The rehearsal process followed strict COVID-19 safety procedures that included changing rehearsal spaces every 30 minutes, rehearsing outside when possible, and spacing out students above the recommended distances. The flexibility the students displayed really highlights their desire to make music when we need it more than ever. Our performance included audio and video recording in 4 separate locations. We used the Parkland High School auditorium as well as the Parkland High School gym. We traveled to Neff's Union UCC Church to use both their space indoors as well as their outdoor grove. We were able to highlight our senior class of 2021 throughout the performance. Thank you to the Parkland School District Administration, Mr. Moniz, Mr. Stutz, and the Parkland Education Foundation for their support of this unique project. COVID-19 has been an enormous challenge for the performing arts, but we are proud that we were able to provide this opportunity to our students and community during these difficult times. Flipgrid is an online application where students can upload video assignments for grading purposes. It acts very similar to a class list. I've created my different groups here for each of the different sections of chorus, so it allows them to sing for a grade without me seeing them in person. We've had to get creative this year with the hybrid and the online learners. Within each of the classes, I can create topics or specific assignments. When I click on an assignment, everything the student needs to complete that assignment is listed there. I've uploaded a video of me explaining the assignment, demonstrating the assignment, talking about what they're going to be graded on. I can also upload the music as a PDF, maybe backing tracks or any kind of resource they're going to use for this particular assignment in one location. Students can go in, record their video, edit, do multiple takes until they're happy, and once it's submitted, it's really easy to grade. Everything is in one location. Each student's video is right there for us to go into. When I click on a student, I can see their submission. There's a great feedback tool here where I've uploaded the rubric. I can grade the student in real time. I can provide them some feedback about what they did well, maybe some improvements, and within one click, I can email that feedback to the student immediately. It's a great way to navigate singing and choral music in this online world.
Hi, my name is Megan Tewald. I work at Parkland High School as a biology teacher. I love Nearpod because it integrates into Schoology. Students are able to complete it as a live lesson or student-paced lesson, and overall it just naturally engages students because the presentation is more interactive. So Nearpod offers a lot of features, not just multiple choice questions in your presentation, but I'm able to embed simulations. I'm able to embed some sort of drawing activity. Maybe I want them to create a diagram. I'm able to integrate so many things into Nearpod and just make it one seamless transition throughout the lesson. I find it especially helpful this year because it kind of melds two environments into one in terms of I'm able to get formative assessment from my remote students and my hybrid students, which is important because it just seems like students are naturally more shy online. This is not a traditional presentation that I would design where I had notes, simulations, interactive. I actually designed a mini lab to help bridge the two environments. So my online kids that do not have access to the physical model, they're still able to get many of the important concepts from the little assessment I designed. In this quiz, students are able to identify key concepts. So what's the monomer unit of nucleic acids, the nucleotide? And then they are able to select the picture and what structure is this? So they should see a nitrogenous base, the deoxyribose sugar, the phosphate group, and they should be able to select nucleotide. Also, as you see, it did save my answers, so students can go back and change their answers if incorrect, or just kind of practice again to refresh. And what I find is extremely important from a teaching standpoint is the formative assessment. So after the lesson, or even really during the lesson, I can access the results to see who is participating. Maybe I can see, 7%. Is this person just guessing? Are they really engaging in the questions? Or do they need more help? So I'm able to look at the data. I'm also able to go to individual quiz questions. So I can see, great, everyone knows that the monomer unit is a nucleotide. Awesome. And then I can go to the next question and see how did everyone do. So this one, maybe I need to reteach. Some students selected amino acid, which is a common misconception of this concept. So I'm able to get immediate feedback from the results as well. Thank you for listening.
Here to explain to you why I like Google Meet so much. There's actually a couple of reasons for it. Reason number one, it integrates what's going on in school with kids that are at home, whether they be home because it's not their letter day or because they're all online. And the best part about that, it overcomes the awkwardness of only having 2 or 3 kids in the classroom when you got a class of like 20. All right, so they begin to feel like it's all one group. Secondly, for me, it helps me to teach history the way I feel comfortable teaching history. All right, the fact that we can constantly progress and not have the kind of feedback loop between what goes on Mondays and Tuesdays and on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm probably not smart enough to be able to handle that, so I need to have this nice flow that allows history to progress what I believe is an effective manner. Lastly, it gives them the opportunity to work in groups because you can go into breakout rooms, and those breakout rooms can be used to have them work together to analyze, to think about what they're doing, and hopefully create a product which helps to simulate those higher level thinking skills. That's it. There are the 3 reasons why I love it for me.
Hi, I'm Donna Swoyer. I teach 10th grade English. And one of the reasons I like using the speaker is because of the option where students who are in class can communicate with those students who are also at home. It's come in beneficial when we tried to do Socratic seminars with their cameras on and the ability to hear everybody else. When you can move the room around too and place the speaker in a very central position, it does make the students feel that they are more closely connected. Another benefit is when reading a play or reading out loud, same kind of situation but in a completely different form of literature. Again though, it helps to bring the literature to life and seem like the students who maybe aren't present in the classroom can be just as connected.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Doug Maddox. I teach AP Physics 1 at Parkland High School, and since we switched to the hybrid format this year, I've really been relying on Cami a lot as a way to just teach my classes. I use Cami as a way to present my material. I would always hand out a page of notes for them, and they would write down and kind of add to their notes or make their own annotations. So I use Cami the same way now. I present my own notes for the material, and I allow them some room to write down what they would want to. They can always open it back up, see what they have, or maybe we'll continue with it for the next class, and everything they had is still saved there. I also rely on Cami a lot for the tests, because with physics, a lot of the problems are worth many points, and I can give them partial credit. I like to see their work. So it's not enough just to have an answer using some of the other testing options. So I really like Cami as a way for them to show their work, submit their work. I can grade it then using Cami as well, and they get to see my corrections, and it just is working out pretty well for us this year.
Hi everybody, just wanted to bring to mind this little device they gave us, this lens clip, which I think has been very, very helpful for teaching physics, because a lot of times in physics we have to do long equations that fill up this 3-tier whiteboard system. And for students that are watching this at home, this could be very, very challenging, where I was always having to move my computer around. Here's the camera, and trying to readjust so that the students could see everything that was written down. And just this little device right here actually has some interesting optics inside of it, and all you have to do is go ahead and put this right over the top of your screen, or your camera right there, and it makes it a wide lens. And actually I'll just pin myself so you can see the difference, and then I'll maybe show the recording there. So you can see without it, and then with it for the students at home. Let's see, line that up. That is a big difference there, and it's been very, very useful for us, especially teaching a course where you have a lot of writing to show the students. So just one other little device that we're appreciative of. So thank you for giving that to us, and it's been very helpful.
I'm Nancy Bogart, and I teach Family and Consumer Science here at the high school, and I'm going to share some information with you about EdPuzzle. EdPuzzle is an informational and assessment-centered tool that allows teachers to create interactive online videos by embedding open-ended questions, true and false questions, multiple choice questions, and also audio notes, audio tracks, and comments on a video and notes. Teachers can find videos on YouTube, upload their own recorded video, or reuse a video lesson created by another teacher. There is a wide selection to choose from. You can edit the video, your own lesson, to create your own lesson, then assign the video to your students, and then check their progress. In Family and Consumer Science, we have used EdPuzzle videos as supplemental lessons and attendance trackers that reinforce the concepts we're teaching. EdPuzzles are a great way to introduce a topic, and are a wonderful tool to create review assessments at the end of a unit of study. I know a math teacher from another district that uses EdPuzzles regularly to teach math concepts, and her students really appreciate this format. In foods classes this year, since we have not been cooking or eating in school, we have been able to demonstrate cooking techniques through EdPuzzle videos, which allow the students to see the techniques and check for understanding without actually having to smell the food or be around the food. That's helpful right now since we aren't able to eat in class. I'm going to show you a few samples of EdPuzzles I have used. The first one is a video demonstration on stir fry.
3 or 4 more minutes, or until the chicken loses its pinkness. Don't crowd the pan with too much chicken. Cook it in 2 batches if you need to. When the chicken pieces are cooked, place them all together in a...
And then you see an example of a multiple choice question. And then they could re-watch it if they aren't sure of the answer, because this is a learning tool. So they could re-watch it. Then once they hit an answer, then they submit, and now that score gets counted. Another example is one that we created here. The FCS teachers created a Parkland High School knife skills presentation.
And accidentally getting cut.
And you see an example of a true-false question there. And again, it's the same thing. They can rewatch, and then once they choose an answer, they submit. And then we teach independent living here. It's a great curriculum on just how to prepare for living without your parents and on your own. And
comes from a personal bank account. Credit is money that is lent to you by your bank.
And this one is, oh, actually, I thought I had hit multiple choice. This is multiple choice, but I wanted to show you, we also do open-ended questions with these independent living videos because it gives them a chance to use the information and process it, and then actually go through the process and write an answer to the open-ended question. So, I thank you for joining me for this short overview on EdPuzzle. We find it very helpful here.
In closing, the incredible resources provided by the district and supported by you as board members has been critical to our teachers' success in creating a positive and personalized learning environment for all students. This, in turn, continues to enable our students to be as successful as possible, even during a pandemic. And we sincerely thank you for all of your continued support.